This is a GhostCat F3, the fully upgraded full suspension electric bicycle as a most powerful one of the popular electric bicycle in 2024. Finally, I received it. It took few months before they finalized one of the perfect electric bicycle for off-road riding or actually just street riding, because this bicycle equipped with everything you want to have on powerful e-bike like this and for affordable price. So this is a F3 which been upgraded from the F1, from F2, with all the upgrades they were able to put on this bike. Probably will last for a long time, so I'm not sure when the next upgrade will come, but so far they upgraded all parts from the feedback you guys provided. So I'm lucky enough to review this bike because the previous models have some issues, like kickstand. I'll show you. Basically, this bike is like almost perfect. So let's review it. And my name is Oleg, and I'm your host today. So this bike is not as largest one, but it's somewhere in between. So I'm 5'11", and as you can see, it fit me pretty much perfectly. It's have a very nice shock, and I'm gonna get to the spec more close up later in this video, but the position pretty like aggressive style, and it feels like you're riding a motorcycle, but mini one, but at the same time you got the pedals. So we're gonna check it out as well as pedaling conditions, like if it's easy to pedal and so on. So the lowest part of the seat will be like 32 inches. The highest position is like 33. Once you sit on the bike, it will like maybe 1 inch down. So if you're like 5 feet tall, I'm pretty sure you can fit the bike as well. If you're a taller person, you might fit as well. I'm 5'11", and actually this is a perfect size for me to enjoy just riding. But we're gonna check also the pedaling, because some people like to pedal as well. Handlebar, and you can see it's a low down a little bit, but if you're a taller person, they do have a riser which you can upgrade, and it's up to 4 inches upgrade. So if you're like over 6 feet tall, they recommend to upgrade to higher riser, so the steam will be higher, so your position will be more straight up. As you can see, the decal right now on my battery, it's not the standard, it's the new decals they start to have available. So if you have already a GhostCat F2, you can still buy one of the decal. This one is marble. It makes a special kind of unique looking, so you can get different color. This one is black and white, so it's all the blackout, and they will have many choices as well. So you might want to check link in description, and also before you buy the bike, check link in description for special discount as well. Some of them might be very limited, I think until August 5th, so it's a big discount gonna be. Also, the seat, they will have, this one is a standard seat, which actually very soft. I didn't expect that, but the seat it's feels like more comfortable than look. Maybe it's a memory foam, I'm not sure what is inside, but it feels much more comfortable than it looking. But also, if you want much better looking seat, upgrade available as well from the website, from famous brand which makes all the seats for different brands, Type A, and they actually make not only looking great, as you can check and see, but the different colors you can choose, but they are actually a little bit longer, so it will cover this gap. I don't personally like this gap. I think the standard one should cover as well in the future, but they actually, the custom one will cover the gap, so it will be looking even better. Also, it will increase about 2 inches height, so it will be up to 35 inches taller. So if you're a taller person, that's gonna be really nice options to add when you buying this bike. Back to this bike again. I will show you all the upgrades, and we're gonna go for the speed test, riding in a hill, to see if this bike can climb the hill and what speed. I did a lot of video compared to similar bicycles in the hill area. I know like some of them listed different peak power. This bike comes with a lot of torque. That's what stands out. Not the look only, but the motor behind. Because this motor is huge. I will show you close up so you can see it. And it comes 140 Newton torque, which is actually the largest motor for geohub motor. So let me get closer so you can see everything close up, and then we're gonna go for the speed test and all the riding experience. So first I will show you the motor. So the motor by Sur-Ron, it's a huge motor. I just reviewed 1000 watt motor, and it's almost like this size. So it's about maybe 20%, 30% larger, not only by power, but also by size. And we're gonna check it out. Of course, they come with 7 Shimano cassette on the back. You got 3 back packs included. Shimano derailleur by Altus, which is great. You got chain ring. It's not the largest one because you don't need really to pedal it, but they use right now 160 millimeter arm right here. Also, it comes now with a chain guard from both sides, so the chain will not fall off easily. I think that was the issue with some of them. You can actually see this cadence sensor right here, and it's kind of large. I never saw like that one before. It might be even kind of unique, but maybe even better. So it looks like 12 magnet over there. Then when you're moving up, you're gonna notice large shock right here, and it's D&M Brunner RCP 2S, which is, I believe it's 550 pound spring over here. It comes with adjustment right over here, rebounds, and underneath you're gonna find another adjustment. It's gonna be firmness. So you can, I put it all the way to the firmest one and highest rebounds. You can also adjust the spring by turning this ring manually, or you would need to have some tool to turn it. I just turn it manually, and it will move the spring down, so it will be also make it firmer. But a lot of people, like, I know, like I reviewed many other bikes before, 550 sounds a lot, but for this bike it's actually perfect, because the swing arm located differently and designed differently than many other bikes. As I always say, it's not only about the spring, but it depends how you design it, how it's set it up. So this one is like more Sur-Ron type setup, and it comes with a nice travel, about 2-3 inches travel. And I will demonstrate how the rear shock works. I'll just push it so you'll see how it moves. It will provide you very nice smooth ride, not only because it comes with Chaoyang Big Daddy fat tires, which is 20 by 4, but the shock and all the combination will make this ride super smooth. Then the fork. It says GhostCat. It's aluminum, hydraulic, front fork, crown, double crown. So the fork has 80 millimeter travel, maybe even more. I just put it the ring over here, push with my hands, boom, 80 millimeter. Maybe it will go higher, I don't know, I will test it out later. But at least 80 millimeter, which is pretty nice for standard fork. And it's smooth. I'll show you how it moves as well, like a butter, very soft and nicely. Some people, I think, complain about the front guard, which does not really protect much, but more like visually effect. Now it's very firm, it will not move anywhere. And the fork also comes with a few adjustments, compression on the right and preload on the left. On the back you'll find small mud guard as well. You probably already noticed the controller box is missing. If you watch previous videos, they move this controller box all the way up, and it's not just hanging right here. It's a bit more visible because the bike actually like full muscle, so there's not much space to put everything around. So this is a controller box. It's aluminum with some ventilation on the side. Looks like it's inside attached very well, nothing shaking, and very well wired. Real nice job with wiring, everything solid. So the reason they put it right here, it will give you better protection for controller, less overheating, and less dirt will get there. Basically they put it away. And the controller, I believe, is 40 amp, which is also largest. Then here's the seat, close up, looking great, pretty soft. And this is a gap I don't really like, but you can fill in with a custom seat. They give you an option. And you also will get this type of bag by Rock Brothers. This is a kind of storage with a phone holders. You can see a phone protected, so if you're riding in the rain, whatever, will nothing happen. So the phone well protected, and it's attached right here. I just remove it because I'll use my phone holders on the handlebar so you guys can see the speed as well. So for now I'm gonna remove it, and as you can see the battery looks amazing with all this decal. And the decal is not only for look, it will protect it from scratches. It's from vinyl and has some texture in it. And again, it's not just for look, some people might think, but it's special vinyl which will protect your battery. Over here is a charging port. This is switch on and off. Over here is a USB port. You can charge your phone or whatever device you want to connect to the battery, but they come with two USB ports. One is right over here, another one on the new display right over here as well. You just open up and you got another USB right here. So you got two USB ports on this new bike. Then you're gonna get new handles. As you can see, this is a full throttle as well, but come with new handles now. Same thing on the left. Nice. It's a rub made from like feels like rubber a little bit, so it's not slippery. Feels really good. Match the bike perfectly. Then on the left side you'll find controller for the bike to control the bike. I guess not controller the one as a brain controller, I say as a computer. So to turn on, you just push power button and it will turn on, and you'll see welcome message from GhostCat. Then the battery is fully charged, 58 volt listed because the battery over here is 52 volt by 20 amp, which is also large. And you can check the battery status just pushing this button as well. So I give you options to check over here, or to check on display not only this battery indicator but also the voltage, which is most accurate. In this corner you're gonna see the volt peak, how much the bike produces the peak power. We're gonna check it out. Honestly, I got the bike, it was about 19 miles on it, so I didn't ride the bike yet. I only rode like one block with a slow speed. So I just couldn't hold not to ride it, but today together we're gonna ride the bike. So to turn the light on, you just push light and hold it, and it will turn on the light. I didn't ride at night yet. It does give a very nice bright headlight. Here's the tail light. I'm going to turn it on, and this is a brake light. So it should be very bright at night, so you give good visibility. So you got information right over here, which will switch between average, time, all the information right here. Plus and minus, that's for controlling the pedal assist level. It comes with 5 pedal assist level. And I'm going to put to 0. So 0 will mean turn off the throttle and no power for the pedals, so more safer to hold the bike. This shifter by Shimano as well. It comes with a horn, pretty loud as well. And the hydraulic brakes, not just simple one by XOD. And let me show you the brakes itself. It's a 203 millimeters. It's a very solid, nice, basically like motorcycle type of. And I will talk to you about the brakes as well. I believe it's 2.3 millimeter thickness disc, which is thicker than some of the bike, some of the brand name. So it's give you better control of the speed when you're braking, because if you have a thinner rotors and you brake on the higher speed, they will get overheated and they may just stuck. So this rotor should take good speed as well, so it will provide one of the best stopping power as supposed to be. But that also comes with responsibility when you're braking, because I see a lot of people fall, and I will talk to you about this as well, because I was very concerned about the bike, watching some people fall on this bike. And some people find it as advantage, so it will have protection so the bike will not roll back. But I found it annoying usually when they stand right here, so the pedal will hit it. And I think they did the right choice, because now, because I move the bicycle a lot, I have too many bicycles when I need to move. When I go back, the pedal will always hit usually the stand. That's something I didn't like. Now they move all the way back. Now it's perfect. The bike stands very well. And as you can notice already, the display, it's a color display. It was upgraded as well with a lot of information on it. And it comes with a 29 inches wide handlebar. The wider handlebar provides you better stability, maneuver on the road while you're riding. So I think it's a great setup. Easy to use, everything close to your fingers, nice brakes, very strong brakes as well, which requires that caution when you're braking. So on the left side will be rear braking, then on the right side, right over here, would be front braking. That's when people accidentally braking incorrectly. I recommend not to brake with a front brake, hardly. That's why a lot of people fall most likely. So these brakes are very good. They grab the wheel, and if you push too much pressure on the front braking, you're gonna fall from the bike because you're gonna lose the control. And that's my concern now, was the bike was unbalanced, but I see mostly now the problem of the rider, they braking, or they forgot where's location of the brake, which one right, which one is left. So I recommend before you start to ride it faster, ride slow, memorize which one is front, which one is rear. I always recommend to brake both of them, a little bit harder on the back and soft on the front. And once you learn it, you can go for faster. Don't go faster before you learn, because that's very important on the powerful e-bikes. That will avoid any accident, you might have any crashes, because you know how to brake. That's number one actually, to learn how to brake on the bike, because if you're braking too hard, it will lock the front wheel easily because the braking on this bike super like quick and good. So that's something I want to warn you. Always use less braking on the front, more braking on the rear, combined together at the same time. Also, I noticed the mounting. I'm not sure how people mounting because my bike actually I picked up assembled. So I just rechecked everything and I readjust the mounting. And the mounting I readjust, I put on the first slot over here. This way it will stay very well. You can move higher or low, it's all up to you. This one is a guards, so the fork will not hit the frame. They always comes on the bike like this with type of fork. And the bike looks like ready for a ride. Let's go. The GhostCat F3. We're gonna do the speed test and variety test. And make sure you wear a good helmet when you're riding this type of bicycle. If you're planning to ride more than 30 miles an hour, you need some data-proof helmet. So let's go. Alright, let's go. This is GhostCat F3 model. Feels really good. Pedal assist level 1, but the throttle looks like can go up all the way to the top speed. We're gonna test it out. I'm not sure if it does. The brakes actually kind of noisy, but I got the bike with 20 miles on it. I don't know, they might be contaminated. I need to clean them, but I'll do it later on. I don't care. I like when they're loud, so it helps off-road riding and actually on the sidewalks. But today I'm gonna ride the street. So the first things I'm gonna do today, the speed test. I'm not sure if it's, I'll put on pedal assist level 5 right away, and I have it set to 0. So basically we're gonna do the speed test right now first, and also to check 0 to 20 the speed at the same time right on display over here. So 1, or we can count, yeah, 3, 2, 1, go. $17, $19, $20, $23 on display, $26 on display, $26 on GPS, $28 on GPS, $29 on GPS, $30, $31 on GPS, $32, nice acceleration, $33, $34, $35. Yeah, you need to be very careful with braking because it's very good. So we got 35 miles an hour on this stretch. Actually, it's very fast. 35 miles an hour for the small stretch. It's good. I need to remember which brake. I always forget because every bike have a different braking system. And the front one, it's right side. Left one, it's rear. Always forget. So I need to make sure because even me, I ride many different bikes, always forget because they put differently. That's very important, mostly with this bike. So you want to know. Now I'm gonna try to pedal, but again, pedaling will be kind of strange because I'll tell you when I'm gonna get ghost pedaling on the GhostCat. So yeah, ghost pedaling about 20 miles an hour. So there's no really, I'm just gonna move on my feet slowly and going about 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Wow, I didn't want to go that fast. Yeah, it could go easy past 35, but and the rear brakes are so good as well, so you have to be really careful. I think this is more like off-road tires, so the street tires might be better for braking when you're riding the street. So let's see how fast on pedal assist level 1. But again, pedal 1, see how comfortable to pedal it. Yeah, it's again, it's not the best pedaling experience gonna be as e-moped style. Doesn't matter like whoever say anything, but and it's going fast basically because they release the limit. So if you get the stock bike with no setting changed, it will go only 20 miles an hour, so your pedal assist will work totally different. So there is no point even to check all these pedal assist levels, because you won't be able to pedal past pedal assist level 1 if your settings is unlimited like mine. But I'll check if I can actually pedal the bike with no power at all, because sometimes it's very good to know. And I put on pedal assist on gear number 3. Open a little bit. It's kind of hot, almost 90 degrees now. Ridiculously hot today gonna be. So it's 8 miles an hour, and the pedaling actually not bad at all. The stability of the bike is great. So the things I know that the brakes are amazing, and that's something actually brings the danger when you're braking, because you need to be very careful when you're braking, because that's what I saw before on Expo. Some people fall because of the braking, because the brakes works great. You need to learn how to brake. Even me, as I said before, forgetting which one. So rear one on the left and the right one. So I'm gonna turn on the bike, because yeah, it's you can pedal it with no power pretty smooth for the 80 pounds electric bicycle. The battery is about almost 12 pounds, so it's pretty light, I guess, for this power, because the motor is very heavy, because it does have a lot of torque. So let's go for the hill test and additional speed test. So yeah, you have to be careful learning the bike. Pedal assist level 1. Let's see if I can go throttle all the way up to the top speed or not, because it might be set to the limit as well. And it's a very nice maneuverable, so off-road should be really fun on this bike. And I might take it tomorrow, I guess, or next week when it's going to be a little bit colder. Today it's very hot as well, or maybe early in the morning. Yeah, the brakes are a bit loud, most of the front and some rear, but again, they're probably contaminated, I don't know. So let's see the one, how fast I can go on throttle only. So it's only 80 miles an hour on throttle only, and that's it. And see how much on level 5 I get torque. So I got about 1800 peak power, 1800 peak, 1857 the top peak power. Now I'm gonna head to the hill, and while I'm riding to the hill, I'm gonna see also how much peak power and the top speed, because it will have a little bit longer road than here. With the traffic, we're gonna go and check it out. And let's go. Nice acceleration. $23. 32 miles an hour. 34. Based on GPS, it's pretty much accurate to GPS. Looks like 35. The car was going to cut me. Oh. So, okay, emergency behind me, so I stopped. In the hamlet, full face hamlet, very hard to hear anything. So that's why I couldn't even hear a little bit, and I see the cars are stopping. So let's go more, and I'm gonna try with the cars over here. kind of between bike lane and car lane, because if somebody opens the door, that's gonna be bad. And 34 so far. So it's stable 35 miles an hour with about 14. I'm gonna slow down over here with rear brake. So the braking are kind of depend on the tires, but again, it's locking the wheels very strong, and I trying slowly pushing, not even hard, so I'm good. But as I can feel like it's just stopping right away. Never have actually bike like this before, because the bike is light weight. I'm pretty heavy actually, but still it just burning the tires on the rear, and that's why people braking with the front to get better braking. And I don't have side mirror, which is good to have, but again, I just got the bike and I want to show you all about this bike first before I will put any mod on it or any like mirror, side mirror. And I would recommend to get like probably rear mirror. So about 33. This street, I think, and you have to be very careful. It comes with a horn, but still they don't care. And I'm gonna slow down over here. Too many cars on the right. If somebody opens the door, I will not be able to stop with the best brake, because the bike will just fly, burning the tires still. You need to remember this as well. Many accidents usually happens from somebody cut you off or somebody opens the door. So if you're riding in bike lane, they designed to up to 28 miles an hour. So keep it in mind. This street is like 45 miles an hour in this section, so we can go faster. But again, I cannot really see if there's traffic on the left, so I'll try to keep closer to the left side. So the bike does have a lot of torque, but we're gonna find out now if this torque good uphill puller because this hill is not easy hill. It can burn the motor, controller, and that's another good torque test. It's about 85, 90 degree right now, so it's early morning, so it's not as hot as gonna be, but still we'll see. And I use mostly throttle on this bike. I'm not planning to pedal this bike at all in the future. That's why I'm saying it's a little motorcycle type, and 35 miles an hour, that's pretty good actually for this price range. So I'm gonna stop here as always, and pedal assist level 5, so it's all the way to the top, and go. So far it's 14, 17 miles an hour, 18, and let's see if we'll slow down 20. So I can say 1000 watt motor, usually up to 10, oh no, 9 I think, and it's so far it's 50 miles an hour. I think GhostCat bike, the last one upgraded motor GhostCat, went up to 80 miles an hour to this hill, but there was no hub motor which went more than 10 miles an hour, and I'm like impressed. It's 13 miles an hour. Oh yeah, 30 miles an hour, 14. Well, I would say it's very solid 30 miles an hour based on GPS. I go with GPS, so maybe 13 and a half. So just give you an idea how steep the hill is. It's actually very steep. I'm not gonna stop here. We're gonna do some more torture test. Yeah, it's like sheep sounds. Actually, it's a good. I mean, it's very loud. I think the brakes. I usually don't complain about brakes, but hey, I got this bike with 20 miles. I don't know what they did to it, way they rode it, but it might be contaminated. So contaminated means you need cleaning the disc and the pads, and also you need to bed it. So I don't think they would bed it, this bike. So you need to do all this in order to avoid all these noises. But again, I don't really hear well in the hamlet, so I don't really care. But what I'm gonna do, so I can tell you the torque power, it's amazing on this bike, about exactly what I expect from 1500 watt motor. But the only things I forgot to do to check how much peak power. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna do torque test. We're gonna go back right now down and do one more time. I think there's only one bike who were able to do few times at the same time without breaking down. It was a goat bike, but they're different, I can tell you right away. Totally different experience. You get different shocking. Okay, the braking is good even going on the steep hill, and if I want to I can basically stop right away almost, but the rear tire would just slide, burning. But front brake, that's why people using front brake. If you do front brake, it stops much better, of course, but you have to be very careful when you do both. With the front braking, it's very need to be experienced, skilled to do that, and remember which one is front, which one is rear. But oh my god, it's almost getting wheelie if I want to. Easy. One more test, non-stop, and then I'm gonna pay attention to the peak power to see how much peak power. 54.6 watt on the battery. So I got 1800 right now, 1890. So I don't know if I'll hit ever 2000 peak. Maybe I will not. So 1825. It's amazing. It's keep going on 40 miles an hour. I never saw any gears hub motor which would go that fast on this mountain. So the 60, so around 13 miles an hour again, with no air coats, nothing. Let's go further. So it's about 1.5 more power than any 1000 watt motor. So compared to Rev 1, Rave GTX model, Rave X model, 1000 watt motor, the 1X V2, all of them would not make more than 9 miles an hour on this hill. I don't know about Rev, I never test them, but I would not, I think they are only 1000 watt motor. So it give you an idea how powerful this little beast is. So this beast comes with really 1500 watt motor with nice controller, because so far the only brakes loud, which is good part. There's more hills we're gonna ride. We're gonna go downhill over here, and then I'm gonna go back to uphill. We're gonna do some torture to this bike. I want to see the reality, how bad situations they can hold, because I will go from not flat, somewhere middle of the hill, another hill. So this only one bike actually could make it around, like riding with non-stop all the hills. That's why I'm saying this bike is like a little Sur-Ron, I would say, most likely, because of the comfortability. The seat okay, I would not say it's super comfortable, but I would rate it like maybe 8 on the 10 scale. But if you upgrade it to the Type A, you might get 10 out of 10. So it does comes about up to 1800 peak power, but the speed, it just keep pulling, same exactly power, very similar, very close to the goat bikes. Like, I can tell you that the first batch of motor goat when I got, it was going up to this hill about, I'm gonna turn right, it was going about 15 miles an hour, the top speed, I was very impressed because there was no bike I ever tested that went to this hill as fast. After I upgrade the controller, all the new batches would be the same now. It went up to 80 miles an hour, so it's more power, of course. But this bike much cheaper now, more affordable, much lighter, and you get totally different experience. I'm gonna tell you what's the difference so you know which bike will be fit to you, because I'm not here to promote one bike versus another one. I provide you all the information which will make your decision better, and because some people buying wrong bicycle unhappy, so I want you to buy the bicycle will fit you, your needs. So the brakes might get better eventually once it's either burn out all this contamination oil. Somebody touched maybe the disc with the fingers. I don't know, like maybe somebody ate hamburger and touched it, I don't know. But hey, I'm gonna stop somewhere and I'll talk to you about, but we're gonna go for more ride. So it takes bumps very nicely. I'm not gonna do any jumps today. I'm gonna take it off-road for sure, because this bike should be monster for off-road riding. And I'm just gonna go on again to the same mountain from beginning, and I'll talk to you about this. So this bike is hill eater, for probably one of the best you can buy today on the market for the price. Also for discount I have, so it will be only $2,000 for this bike today until August 5th, and you just sit and ride it. It's basically don't need any new upgraded fork. It does not need upgraded rear shock if you want some nice bouncy, and it's just keep pulling. It's not giving up. 18 miles an hour on this hill and about 17 peak power, and I never saw 2000 peak powers marked, but I'm not complaining because it's not only about peak power, it's about the torque, how much torque. So I'm gonna stop somewhere here. So here's my experience so far. I'm gonna take it off-road for sure because I like how it's bouncy. So you do get real nice bouncy rear shock with nice swing arm going up and down over all the bumps. I didn't feel any bumps when I was riding. As you can see, it's the fork at least 80 millimeters, okay, travel. So it's soft, and it's like butter soft, moving up and down, so it can be adjusted firmer if you want to. And I weigh 215 pounds, so if you're lighter, you're gonna adjust a little bit, make it smoother, like softer. So full adjustable. Let's touch the controller box. It's warm, but it's not hot at all. Nice to the feeling. The motor actually not hot at all. So I rode like a few times already in the hill in front of you. Usually bicycle would not hold this torture in 90-degree riding in up hills. They would get some error messages, get overheated controller, motors, messed up the motors. So the motor is really powerful. Never have experience with this type of motor like from this brand, but looks like solid, well-built motor. So what is the most important part on the bicycle when you buy? Motor and battery as a power wise, and of course controller. So it comes with the largest controller for this price range. Also it does have very performance nice wise the shock and the fork. And then very important to have a best brake. They come. So basically we got everything. So the person who built the bike, designed it, and Kevin, he kept in mind to use it for himself. So basically when you're buying a bicycle like this, it's very similar to the bicycle you're going to build for yourself with all the performance parts. So, and again, you get customer service from USA. Without battery will be under 70. I actually put in my trunk to bring the bike home when I pick it up, and you can fit it in any sub or any truck. So you don't even need to have a rack. It's very compact. Everything on this bike is just so perfect setup. And I guess that's all for today. I hope you like this video. Don't forget to hit likes, subscribe to see the off-road video, because I'm gonna make off-road video for sure. And if you have any questions, please comment below, because I'm gonna make video follow-up to answer all your questions when I'm gonna go off-road. And also, if you need to buy one of the bike, use the code discount in description. This way you support me and the channel, I guess. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.